We're both nominated. Our show, you as a host.
Yeah.
We're 0 for 5. You're 0 for
8.
So, outstanding studio host, 0 for 8.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of times to sit there until the very end. And
Yes.
It's a long evening. There's no food. The bitterness builds. And then they say, Ernie Johnson.
Yeah.
Or Mike Tirico. And there have been years where Ernie's not nominated and then Mike wins. And then there's years when Mike's not nominated and then Ernie wins. And this year, Dan, they're both nominated. So we're going to just do the math and just put that 9 in the right-hand column, pal.
Well, when I was nominated for studio host, Bob Costas was always there.
That was a tough one. I got nominated against him a couple of times early on. I just looked at that as sort of being like Abilene Christian against Texas. You know, I was probably getting 38 and a half on that board.
Well, I always viewed it as I was Patrick Ewing in the Jordan era. I wasn't going to win. I was proud of myself, and I would try to put up a good fight, but I knew I was going to lose. I just didn't know in how many games.
Here's the win for me. I'm at Augusta National. I'm going to have lunch with there's a member here that I've become friendly with, and we seem to eat lunch on the day that the nominations come out, and it's become kind of this running joke. He's like, "Did you get the notification?" And yesterday I said, "You know what? I did." And so I'm going to look at it as a win because I ate a grilled cheese and bacon sandwich at Augusta National on a perfectly sunny day at the Masters. Ernie Johnson didn't do that. Mike Tirico might have, actually.
Yeah,
Mike, I believe, is here somewhere. But hey, listen, I mean, listen, we could joke. And of course, I know you guys want to win and you should. I hope you do someday because your show's been awesome for a long time. Of course, you want to hear your name, but you make the cut, you make the cut. There's a hell of a lot of people that do what we do. So you do have to give yourself a little grace and say, that's pretty cool. Nice to see your name. And then you go to New York and then you lose.
Yeah, but I say this to the Danettes, and they haven't won before, but I say you just want to be relevant. You want to be nominated. You want to stay in the game. That's all. And we're a little show. We have 12 employees, including me. So you're going against big boys here, but that's why I said, you know what? One of these days, that before I retire, and I don't want to get a posthumous Sports Emmy, Scott. So, if you want to accept it for me, but I'd rather not get one where they go, oh, we feel sorry for him.
He had a good run. And then you get a lifetime achievement.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I don't want that.
No lifetime. All right, so Academy, take notes. No lifetime.
Yeah, we're going to break down Scott's chances. All right, Paulie?
Yeah, we're talking to Vegas. Scotty, you're well deserving of this, of course, needless to say. But you're up against Tirico, Kate Scott of CBS, Ernie Johnson, and Scott Hansen. Scott Hansen's the wild card. New guy.
Ooh, a little quad box here. Witching hour.
Yeah, fresh face. Scott is entering, though, the Paul Newman Color Money episode, though, where we've overlooked him. This is his turn.
Paul, if I may interject, years ago, the COVID year, I believe you had me as a lock because of the work we did on.
Yes.
That was the one year I got real bitter because I'm like, we created content out of nothing. No one else was doing television, and we still didn't win. And if that wasn't enough, that was the one year I think I got bitter. It's like, well, the hell with it. It's nothing I could do. So Color of Money, maybe, I don't know.
Scott, we were doing our show every day during COVID. Just to let you
Thanks,
know.
pal.
Yeah.
Were you nominated?
Probably so. We lost. Yeah.
Did Paul say you were a lock because Paul went on your show and said, well, I was a lock?
No. The only time I ever felt angry was when I had a guy who voted and he said, saw your tape, you're going to win this thing. And I go, so I'm there with my wife. And God dang it. I wanted to go Larry Bird, where I get up and just put the finger up that I just won. And the winner is, and I went to get up. My wife grabs my arm as I get ready to get up, and they go, and the winner is Bob Costas. And then I thought, well, I'm almost up. Do I stand and give him because I was kind of caught in between? That's the only one where I go, you've got to be kidding me. You know?
Yeah, I mean, We occupy a tricky space where you kind of what you're saying is you feel like you deserve to win is what I'm hearing.
That's true.
Kind of what I'm hearing.
I did.
Okay.
And I feel like we deserve to win this year.
Good.
I do.
Say it. Speak it into existence. I mean, there's nights I'm driving home. I'm like, what other idiots out there doing this by themselves every night at midnight? Like, no one. Who else is doing this? But then you're like, you know what? You're doing that because these guys have elevated beyond the need to do that. You're just some grinder out there. Keep your head down. Keep working.
Yeah, but Scott, for 15 years, I was working second shift.
I relate to you.
Okay.
I know this.
All right.
I know this.
Okay.
I'm not saying
Okay.
I'm not saying my pain's worse than your pain, Dan. We're not doing pain comparison here.
Okay.
This is interesting, by the way, to just us, no one else. We're just bitching about not winning an Emmy.